has been tasked to come here and give us some fancy body language. Body language, all of your body language right here up here, Heather, attracts attention. So what we're looking for, what I'll be evaluating on, not what she's saying, but on her expressions, your stance, your movement. Does it look rehearsed? Does it come natural? Okay? Any questions? Great. Yes, sir, what's your question?
Am I to assume that both of these speeches today are 5 to 7 minutes long?
No.
Excellent.
Heather's speech should be 5 to 7 minutes long today. Do we have any other questions on the time limit? Good, great, good question, sir. I'd like to call up Heather to begin her speech, please.
Thank you.
Point of order. Point of order.
The geeks shall inherit the earth. And in 2016, that could not be more true. Between original series such as Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and the upcoming Iron Fist, we've taken over Netflix. On your TVs every night, you have something maybe sounds familiar, such as The Walking Dead, Game of Thrones, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And for the last 15 years, it has been our superheroes, our wizards, and our Jedi that have been lighting up the silver screen, bringing home those summer blockbusters. And as you all know, there's this great mecca for us nerds called Comic-Con. And it's great. More specifically, because Comic-Con is a general term, it's San Diego International Con. However, there are local cons out here, such as Phoenix Comic-Con, which is coming up in June. Now, why should you care about this? Comic books seem to be a little bit more of an immature thing. There's cartoons, it seems really childish. But let me tell you about the side that maybe you haven't been exposed to, such as costuming groups that go out to do community service and to help out events, such as the 501st Legion. They are a Star Wars-based costuming service group. We also have the Mandalorian Mercs, which are still Star Wars, but are more fans of Boba Fett, Jango Fett. And if you're not a Star Wars person, we do have the Arizona Avengers. And if you're not a Marvel fan, we have the Justice League of Arizona. You laugh, but say, hey, Heather, none of these are interesting to me. Well, we have an island. We do have an island of lost toys called Heroes Unite, and they have everybody from Aladdin to Zorro. And what they do is they go out, and you will find them doing either grunt work at St. Mary's Food Bank, St. Vincent de Paul, or any other giving back group. While as they also show up to events such as the Christmas dinners that St. Vincent de Paul hosts, so that kids can open up toys with their favorite superheroes. They've also gone to the Children's Hospital to read comic books and stories either to or with children that are currently enjoying a room there. Or they go to just hero events. I know some of you guys were actually at the superhero fun run this last weekend. And yes, the Arizona Avengers were there for the kids. But for those of you who weren't there, let me tell you what some of our coworkers looked like. It would range from to Darth Vader, let's go get a picture with Darth Vader. So it's not something that's just for one particular group. It's something for everybody. It's something to lighten it up. Another thing that we have going on is volunteer opportunities with conventions. Now, it might not seem like a big deal. These jobs can range anywhere from badge checking to making sure that panels get their prizes on time, but they develop a sense of work skills. Leadership skills, taking charge of a group, communication skills over walkie-talkies, knowing how to talk to a supervisor or even communicate with a team member. Punctuality is the biggest thing, because if you're not there, guess what? Your badge is gone. It's the next person who wants to volunteer. And as well as, well, money handling and accounting, that's something that's not left to the grunts. When purchasing badges or registration, that's something that's left to a little bit of the higher-ups, but you get familiar with these programs. Now, you might think, well, this seems really mundane. Why would you do this? a friend of mine has been at her job for the last 3 years. She worked with the United Blood Service, making phone calls every day for the last 3 years. Same thing, in and out, in and out. I told her while she was looking for a new job in Indiana to start adding her convention experience to her resume as an extracurricular. List how many times you've annually done this, list your responsibilities, and list your titles, because she's held higher up titles. When she used that, she got 3 callbacks, 2 interviews, and 2 job offers. Another great thing about Comic-Con is that you will always see something cool. You will always see something cool. You will always see something that will interest you, that will inspire you. And say you're not into making costumes or makeup, we've got other things like prop building. There's a lot of hands-on skills that are required for this, and between YouTube and Google, the world is your oyster. We also, maybe you don't want to do any of this. Well, we've also got other things. Photography, which is taken by 2 really good friends of mine. Got into it through the convention scene and have gone off to become professional photographers. Now maybe these might seem a little too pricey for you. Well, how about just a basic art? Or maybe cross-stitching? Or how about wood burning? 2015 was the year of wood burning in my house. It's not that it's something that is childish or that is out there. There is something to always gain from going out your door and just experiencing, even once, one of these events. So I believe I speak for most of the nerds out there. We want you to join us. Come on out. Phoenix Comic-Con is the first weekend of June. There's another one in December called FanFest, and we are more than happy to have you guys experience what we experience. Thank you.
Good afternoon again, family. I was tasked with evaluating Heather on her body language. First category, topic selection. I think the topic selection was topic selection. Originally, I was thinking to myself, for real, Comic-Con, I don't know anything about that, but you made it sound interesting. I'll come back to that later on. I gave you a facilitated body language on that. Preparation was excellent because you put together a PowerPoint that tells me you're prepared, unless you're really that good to do it at lunchtime. Your manner, you seemed confident and enthusiastic. You should always have a sense of enthusiasm, her presence, whether the topic is boring or not, she has that enthusiasm. Great. Posture, you seem poised and balanced, you didn't fall over. Gestures, satisfactory. The reason I gave you a satisfactory in that because the purpose of the body language of the project was body language. I feel as though that the PowerPoint kind of did all of the hard work for you. Your body language was great. You did some good gesturing, but there was the more focal point on the PowerPoint from my perspective. Cool, all right. Body movement, purposeful and smooth. You went back and forth, you covered everyone. Good job on that. Eye contact, you did catch eye contact, so I didn't fall asleep. Facial expressions, animated, friendly, and genuine. You're always like that, good job. And she's able to pull off the do-rag at work. All right, speech organization was logical and clear to me. What could Heather have done differently to make the speech more effective? Again, I said the PowerPoint enhanced your message, meanwhile taking away from the body language opportunities. Okay. What did you like about the presentation? Heather has the uncanny ability and enthusiasm to make any topic seem interesting. When you have that enthusiasm, no matter what it is, it just seems interesting. Good job. Amazing, energetic, and enthusiastic.